One of my things is I want to be able to not be this guy in music, right? Not be the drug guy, not be the love guy, not be the depressed guy, the hip hop bars guy, the happy guy, but just to be like try and capture what it is to be a human being, which is all of those things.
Yo, welcome. I had to give you some extra welcomes. This is the Simply King podcast, and you just tuned in to the Soulfully Conscious podcast for humans simply being humans. I am your host, Rodney Perry, King himself, and I'm so glad I can be back and I can have your ears back yet again. I know what you're thinking. For the people who have been listening to this show for the 3 years that it's been out, this episode will serve as two purposes: as a catch-up as well as an anniversary episode. We must be honest and be truthful. And I'll be damned if I don't let you know what's really going on and what has been going on. So this episode is going to be pretty dope. So let's get into it, all right? So, first question is the reason for the hiatus. Now, anyone who's been following me knows that, I've definitely, expressed very lightly that there is, reasons of just scheduling or some type of mishap, technical difficulty, or whatever that can halt, delay, or stop the show. This time, what stopped the show was something that I didn't see coming. About, I think it was June the 19th. I can't really remember the day exactly. Kind of crazy that I don't remember the exact day, but I guess that's how I'm trying to wipe it out of my memory. But as I've said before, and if you follow me and you know me in person, you know that I live in Chicago. Been here for 3 years, actually. 3 years in August the 12th. It's funny how I started a podcast literally a month after moving here. But to make a long story short, I was robbed, which is almost crazy to even say now. It's because I don't say it in the sense of nervousness or it's still hard to grasp or believe, but it's because I haven't talked about it in so long, because I've truly gotten through whatever that break-in was, and I've broken through into myself. But essentially what was done was the old-fashioned, bust in, forced entry, and take all that you can see. I come home and see that the things that I know belong to me are not there. And now what must I do? I'll tell you what I did. I didn't know what to do. It was a break-in, so I was frazzled out this world. Call the police as protocol and common sense tells you. And what happened was the most unassuring, insecure thoughts and feelings and vibes came on and over me. But they took all those things in it. But I think it's only a sign that they didn't take my mic. Neither one of my mics, actually. They took my laptop, they took my TV, iPad, speaker, lighters, if you can believe it. Fire stick, extension cords, really nabbed what they could, found some value in. No, personal information or anything like that was stolen though, so that's good. So I don't have to worry about identity theft or anything. But not only did that one incident transpired into a whole sense of revelation, it made me look at myself and have to readjust immediately, have to plan and do something immediately, because now my peace of mind is broken. And no one ever wants to get their peace of mind broken. The mistake I made is I didn't have insurance, which is a mistake. But it's a mistake that could have been taken care of. When things like this happen, you find out how unprepared you are. How you didn't do what you said you were going to do, or how you just never really prepared. And there was so many lessons learned within that moment, within that specific action. I couldn't be mad at the people who did it. These things are things, and I had to be reminded of that these things can just be replaced. I still have my life. I'm still relatively safe, right? That's what I was thinking. But I had to calm down and talk to several individuals to calm me down. And they reassured me that everything's going to be fine and everything's going to be okay. And that right then was the journey and the path that I had to start and accept what happened and act and move and work towards a better situation. So, where am I now? Now, I thought, maybe I could, download the Anchor app, record off my phone, and give you something to kind of keep you going. But I felt like I would be perpetrating a fraud, and also it would have been hard as hell trying to push it out. And on top of that, I felt like I was so shaken up in the midst of that, just broken and just all of that, every type of broke. Financially and emotionally and spiritually, my health wasn't the best, all those different things. But yet, here I am, standing tall and still have the voice of an angel as you're hearing now in your earbuds. I gotta brag, y'all, because I'm happy to be back doing what I love to do. But we are here. I will update you now on what I am doing. Now, I am in a new place, in a new neighborhood, a better neighborhood, a safer neighborhood, with ample amount of space, beautiful space, a new, beautiful iMac, and mic still going, mic still flowing. I'm back able to create again. It's funny because I believe in that time, this whole time of hiatus, I barely dreamed, like literal dreams, or even had the urge to write, urge to make and create certain things. I believe the only thing that kind of sparked was me reacting to life. Hence, reacting with Rodney, which spawned from that and was kind of rejuvenated, but still was very much slowed down. But I would love to impart a little bit of wisdom on this thing that I went through. And then we can get into a little bit more of celebrating this anniversary. And that is, restarting is hard. Understanding why things happen and learning that lesson is the first step. For me, it was not to blame anyone but myself, to be accountable for what could have been avoided. Could have gotten insurance, could have had a security system, could have had better locks, better things, could have maybe chose a better neighborhood to live in, or just watched my damn back. Whatever it is. But I do think it's very interesting how the things that were taken were things that I believe I didn't appreciate as much. Wasn't really creating it in the capacity that I feel like I should. I feel that I was kind of lying on my laurels, lying on my abilities, allowing my blessings to stale, rot, and just was stagnant in my own growth, feeling sorry for myself and where I am in the city, feeling that I am I haven't connected, I haven't made the mark that I feel like I should. And I'm here 3 years. What's going on? But I also think it has a lot to do with the effort and the things that you allow to take your time and the things that you make time for, and not being anxious about stepping in and getting out of your own way. So the universe allowed for it. Not only it made me get out of my own way, because what are you going to do? You're going to stay in a place you don't feel safe in? Or will you move, start over, start anew? Don't be afraid and be flexible. Restart. You can do it. Trust me. You got it. Believe me. You got it. But let's take a break and let's get to celebrating, highlighting the highlights of this beautiful, beautiful show that I believe I'm creating and growing and building, and then tell you what's to come. All right. Appreciate you. Rest in peace to Mac Miller, Aretha Franklin, Burt Reynolds, Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade. Those are the significant people who we lost this year thus far. And I may be forgetting names, obviously, but let us remember this isn't 2016. And if we learned anything from that year, it is we can't be here forever. Life is precious. Check on your friend and make sure you live your best life. This is Simply King. And we're back. So let's not be so morbid, you know. If this is a Joe Budden podcast, this is the best time to play Outstanding, because I am feeling outstanding. You can't stop me now. Now, let's address a few things. The show, I believe, is in an interesting place. I'm about, maybe 200 followers on SoundCloud, and we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it very, very, very real this evening. I'm going to give you stats. I'm going to give you straight up stats. All right. Stats. Where I hosted SoundCloud. So 3 years. Where are we? What are the stats like? All time stats. 3 years. Where are we? 2017 was relatively our best year. 2018 isn't over, but lost 3 months in it. So I'm still at probably like half of what 2017 got us, which was 8,800 views on 88 plays on SoundCloud. All time totals, 16,000 plays, which I like. 300 likes, 160 retweets. And our top played track is Me, Myself, and Love featuring V. After that is Death to Situationships featuring Kai Coleman. And Claim Your Baggage featuring V again. Me, Myself, and Love gave us 1151 plays on SoundCloud. And I think it's interesting. And I say those numbers, and I want to say those numbers because I believe we have to keep ourselves honest. This is not where I want to be. Genuinely. Am I disappointed? No. I got 16,000 people. Maybe some of those people are the same, but 16,000 times someone has pressed that play button, came to SoundCloud and said, I want to listen to this guy. I'm drinking rum and not Red Bull, but Simply Peach. You should get with it. That would be a great sponsorship, by the way. That Simply King, Simply Juice. You heard it here first. We can get it together. We need to get that together. They should sponsor me for sure. No, they don't need it. They're a great company, but they can always use some great press. Anywho, we are about in the 70s, in the high 70s in episode count, and we are steadily approaching our 100th episode. I am so ready for concepts and an actual plan for a live show here in Chicago. I still plan to expand my guest list to people who I've not talked to, people who I've been planning to talk to, people who have been waiting to talk to me and to have this conversation, and new acquaintances have been met and acquired. The goal for this year's podcast, because I like to, set your goals based off of, when you started. So from August 12th to August 11th of 2019, the goal is to more Chicago guests. I have my listener base definitely is probably majority in Atlanta, Georgia. We can check that though. We can get you the stats on that. We can let you know what exactly it is. Top cities. Top city is actually Miami, of all places, and the top with 1686 plays, and Chicago is right after that, 3 plays later. So I actually have a pretty cool listenership, and then Atlanta is actually number 4 at 700 something plays. That's all time stats that I'm giving you guys. But yes, third year, want more Chicago guests. So if you're listening to this, I want to talk to you. If you're in Chicago, if you're coming to Chicago, I want to be face to face. Let's figure it out. Let's work it out. Let's schedule it out. Let's get it together. Trust me, you don't have to worry about much. I'm probably one of the best people to work with when it comes to podcasts, because literally you just got to bring your opinion and yourself, and we can get it done. So that's one thing. More artists, second thing. Certainly have a few in mind who I have in the chamber, but that I want to revisit, reconnect with. People that I've been wanting to talk to, who either I haven't made the time or they haven't made the time, or whatever it may be, we need to get together. And that's artists of all ilk. I'm talking about musical artists, visual artists, and artists of any different form and medium. More special deliveries. I believe special deliveries was a great addition that I added into the kind of, scope and format of my show last year. It was great. I think Little Men Cheat was one of my greatest, I think it was one of my most played special deliveries, and definitely got a lot of attention, a lot of traction. And I believe that's something that I need to continue to keep doing. Giving you these spur of the moment, pop cultural or just societal things that kind of happen that I gotta say something about. You might have got an episode that week, but you know what? I'm gonna give you something else. And that's how we're gonna keep giving it to you. Definitely, it's been so many times this whole summer where it could have been a million special deliveries, because it was kind of a crazy summer. Either being with the beefs, either being with this president, so many different things from pop culture and just political and just from a society base in general. So much to talk about. So that I don't believe it's going to slow down. It's the winter time, so it's going to be a cruel last winter. Live shows, as I said before, want to not only have my own live shows, but help people start their own. One thing that I want to do more of is assist people in their podcast, either starting up podcast or giving you kind of just tips, consulting, as well as just, I may not be the, coup de grace, I may not be the Joe Rogan of podcast or the Reed, but I think I'm pretty good. And not only that, I'm confident in myself, and I've learned so much, and I want to help people not to make the mistakes that I made. Literally, the biggest mistake I made was my tactic of launching when I didn't launch in the way that a lot of successful podcasts launch. And that is something that I believe the way you start is, you got to start strong. And that's a big, big thing. So if you have a podcast concept, really not sure how to flush it out and make it the format just right, and you want to talk to someone, you can talk to me. You can slide to my DMs at Kings_Memoirs, and that's everywhere from Twitter to Instagram and Tumblr. Also on Facebook at the Simply King podcast page. And you could just, hit me up or go to lifeisking.com and just shoot me an email at lifeisking hiatus1@gmail.com. Hit me up. And we can get that going, and we can get that started, and I can really walk you through all of these different things. And trust me, I would tell you if your show is a show that I've heard of and this is what you need to do differently. But I will be honest. So when you coming to me, understand you're going to get the real. Listener engagement. I want to do more things that are listener engagement based. Started doing kind of, the recaps. Started doing the recaps, on Thursdays after, the videos have, been out for several days. The episode's been out for several days. And something that I will continue to do. Want more responses, more, just us to create this community that I know we can create. And really grow this thing. I believe, being in my third year, I'm proud that I've done this. I've done this alone. And I want to continue to grow all the people around me who are starting podcasts and people's podcasts I've been a part of, people who are still going strong and pushing consistency, because that is how you grow, goddamn. Pushing consistency, please. And just growing the show in general. Like, the goal for 2019 is to grow this show to having, in the tens of thousands of plays per week. So we're talking about at least 40,000 plays per month. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about up there. We're trying to get it done. You understand? Done. And I believe it can be done. I believe not only can it be done, I can surpass those numbers. It's possible. And I believe not only in myself, but I believe in the voices that I bring on to my show as well, because they are incredible and they've been showing their ass. Various guests that I've had. I've had over 40 something different guests to be on my show. And that is incredible because they're doing so great. Shout out to Tico. That's my last published episode, who not only did she give me some notes and give me some great pointers of just, handling my own business and balancing life, but she's just a great person. I need to call Tico. I need to. Yeah, do. And so many others that I've had, this past year, from, Jaleesa Lachey, who is tearing up, various mediums, from, just on kind of just being the MC or the host for certain, activations or certain kind of just, media events, as well as kind of, just the film junkets that she always does, or just being on the red carpet. Incredible guest. I was so glad to have her. I'm so glad she was so welcoming to build and like work together. I really appreciate it. Shouting her out for sure. I want to shout out also a potential guest, and I'm not even gonna call it potential. She's gonna definitely be a guest, and that is Lauren Burton, who came and found me through Benny Roosevelt, who not only is she from Australia, which is kind of that kind of world expansion plan that I have, but she is just incredible. Her message, her platform, all these things are just incredible. I didn't even write down I was going to do shout outs, but I kind of like where this is going. I want to shout out also Kaya Nova, who also was a guest that I had previously during my Fuck Boys episode, which was an episode I wanted to do for quite some time. I wanted to have it a part of a series of episodes, but it just didn't work out. But still had to put it out because I believe it was an episode that needed to happen. And it was great. Jason Azari, great guy. Great, have been loving to follow him. I've been loving to, just embrace all the things he's coming out with, and definitely, a great resource to have, and just what he does. And just, when it comes to television writing and all these different things, and just pushing the message and being in the room is what we need. So I really thank him for being the person that he is. Aisha Aduolu Owu. I believe I said that right. If I said it right, let me know, and I'm gonna text you and scream. With the She Knew Nothing podcast and just the brand, we've had just dope ass conversations about a little bit of everything. And I definitely want to bring you back to just continue having dope, deep conversations. Yes. Shout out to my bro Jawanza. You know, we did that for we had to do that for the Black Panthers. You know what I mean when I put that S on it. You feel me? Taylor Crenshaw, great episode, as well as, you know, just going on and on, you know, bringing back Ty, Sydney Coffee, Virgil, you know, shout out to I Can Relate, you know, with Jada and Damo, you know, we were out here. We were certainly out here. And I really, really, truly, truly appreciate everyone who could be a part of my freestyle episode within New Orleans, which was Ty, Janice, Bree, and Sir Stretch, who you heard on the show as well. And so much more to come, y'all. I really am excited, and I really am looking forward to so much more. So much more. So let's wrap this up, right? Let's wrap this up all good and tight. All right. Now, if you don't know, now you know. You can listen to the Simply King podcast everywhere podcasts are available. Wherever you're listening to now, make sure you subscribe. Press that subscribe button so you don't miss another thing. Make sure you share this as well. You leave a comment, I will definitely do my damnness to share it on the platform and shout you out. Appreciate it. Merch and things are definitely being planned to be on the way. Why? Because why not? Why not have merch? Why not have things for people to buy and just to have, and also just giveaways, you know, something that's definitely gonna happen. So look out for that. You can follow me everywhere at Kings_Memoirs. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. Also follow me on Facebook at the Simply King podcast page, and just, you know, continue to share, continue to dialogue. If you're following me and you know what it is, I give you positivity every day. I hope that I'm helping you guys out to get up and get out and doing something with your day. Starting it off right with a little bit of positivity in my face, you know, giving you something on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Different thing every day, but something to kind of, you know, keep me fresh, keep me consistent, and keep my mind going and flowing. You understand? And I hope I'm inspiring y'all to do the same, to be inspired, and getting out there and getting it done. All right. I think that's all that I have to say as of yet. Yes, I think this is it. Yes. Shout out to everyone who supported the show. Shout out to everyone who newly supports the show. Make sure you share this. All right. Now, thank you. This is the Breakthrough episode. We're off hiatus. It's the Breakthrough / 3rd year episode. And we're back. See y'all next week. This is Simply King.